Hello and a very good evening. On this Thursday evening, we would be principally focusing on Thursday afternoon, and the focus is once again Arjikor incident. If we have to talk about Thursday afternoon, you have to talk about what happened in court, the Supreme Court today. Yes, we were expecting the hearing yesterday. Yes, we were expecting the hearing day before yesterday. But finally, the sixth hearing before the Supreme Court bench of the Chief Justice of India happened today, the Thursday afternoon. And as all eyes stayed glued on the hearing, the Supreme Court today has made a couple of things very, very clear. While the hearing has focused on a lot of things, but primarily one takeaway, and the most important takeaway from this hearing is that the trial of Arjikor incident, which is all slated to commence from 11th of November onwards at the trial court, that is the Shialda court in Kolkata, will not be shifted out of Kolkata, will not be shifted out of West Bengal. And how is this a relevant talking point tonight? Because that's exactly what was appealed in a form of oral submission before the bench of Chief Justice of India today. Lot of things happen inside the Supreme Court. For example, the court has allowed CBI to continue with the investigation. For example, the court has also asked CBI to file their 7th status report in another 4 weeks' time. For example, the court has received the response from the central government as what is the kind of work the National Task Force is doing. For example, the court has also received an affidavit from the state government of West Bengal pertaining to the civic volunteers, another contentious issue which found a mention last time, and for which the state government of West Bengal was asked to file an affidavit detailing what is the recruitment procedure, how are they being recruitment, what is the qualification criteria. But hold on, everything can be kept aside, and the moot or biggest talking point here is the submission to take this case outside West Bengal was turned down, and Supreme Court has refused to take this matter outside West Bengal, stating that if Supreme Court interferes in the trial process at this juncture, it would only cast doubts on the legitimacy of the legal system. We would play a small excerpt of what transpired inside the Supreme Court today. Here's a 3-minute clip which would give you a sense as why this matter came up, how it became the most talking point, transferring the case out of West Bengal.
I have not produced the charge sheet before your lordships even till date. 90 days of investigation, what they have done is nothing. They have just endorsed what
My lords, I would have something to say to this. The trial about to commence. He is a
for
straight
5 days.
We are not going to wait.
But there is
There is a charge sheet.
Just 1 second.
Filed.
Charge sheet has been submitted. Charges have been framed.
Yes.
but
The
that,
trial
that's
judge, one
that's
second, just 1 second. The trial judge, who's a district judge level officer, he has sufficient powers. If he feels that further investigation is necessary, he will make that direction.
Absolutely.
We don't want to run that task ourselves when this is something which pertains to the role of the district judge.
My lords,
But
I
Now the prosecution evidence is going to begin. When he sees the evidence, he has ample powers as the presiding judge to.
said that it will continue the investigation.
We made that clear in our order today.
And he has powers under BNSS to alter the charge.
That's what we are saying.
Because this kind of
So 1 second, we are not doing that for the reason because then that will only dislocate the trial.
That's right,
Because the
that's right.
trial judge will say the Supreme Court is seized.
Yes, yes.
I have a submission.
There are
an order passed. May I just? There is an order passed for recording of evidence.
For the time.
Your Lordship, the trial is about to commence. The trial may be shifted out of West Bengal, keeping in view the disturbing features in the case. But
My lords can
Amla, from day one,
the trial. Neither can
there are precedents. There are precedents.
I know there are precedents. We have shifted the trial, some trials out of Manipur, for instance, to Assam.
Muzaffar
Here we are not doing it. We have let the trial continue before the
below the issue of
otherwise we're just asking doubt on the legitimacy of our own judicial system. We have nothing to do. We have nothing to do.
There is an attempt. There is an attempt. I'm sorry, Lord.
I'm not on the rape and murder.
1 second.
There is an attempt to call the trial.
The investigation goes beyond rape and murder.
Ms. Jaising,
Yes.
the status report which has been submitted by the CBI has extensively referred to the investigation in regard to financial irregularities. We don't want to flag any issue because that might possibly dislocate the investigation. Please rest assured that CBI is looking into financial irregularities also. They have flagged various aspects for us.
RC.
My
Part
lord,
of another
it's a matter of concern that people who are strangers.
They have not even asked for it.
Somebody wants it shifted, somebody wants it stalled.
We are not doing anything like this. We are not doing, you're right, we are not doing
Very
anything like
grateful,
this.
my lords.
But Maharaj, it is self-contradictory. On one hand, you are saying there is a sole accused.
Look, I don't want either your comments or your gratuitous comments as to whether we are self-contradictory. You reserve,
I'm not
you
saying
reserve, you reserve
I'm
it for the
saying
television.
CBI is self-contradictory.
Then
But on one hand, they are saying there is a sole accused person.
My lords, the question is, who does he
It's a larger
represent?
conspiracy.
Who does Mr.
No,
Ulji
that's not
represent that he seems to think that this is self-contradictory?
The charges have to be reframed.
Who does
Again,
Mr.
there has to be a
Ulji
retrial.
represent?
Strange
Are you not
Kindly
interested in
speak
the trial?
to me.
Because it appears that there are factions we don't want the trial to proceed. Let the trial start. Let the trial just take charge.
Order has been passed for recording of prosecution evidence on a day-to-day basis from Monday, 11th
That's
of
what we
November.
want.
Why is there interest in strangers to stop that?
We are
Absolutely.
not going to stop it at all.
When the supplementary charge sheet is filed, if required, there is power to alter or amend a charge. That is the power under BNSS, which will be exercised if required.
And
All that.
Deeply obliged, Miss. Deeply obliged.
So if you heard it carefully, there came a point where the Chief Justice of India, the current Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, he was able to say that it seems like there are factions that don't want the trial to proceed. Let the trial start and the trial judge take charge. I mean, this entire excerpt of the Supreme Court hearing today would give you a sense as really transpired how the matter of transferring the case out of West Bengal was raised before the Supreme Court bench and why the Supreme Court has turned down this proposal. Mind it, it was not a written submission. It was just a verbal submission. It was an oral submission. And Supreme not entered in that oral submission. It is all the more relevant because of two reasons. Number one, just 2 days back, in fact on Monday, not 2 days back, 3 days back, on Monday precisely, the West Bengal BJP leader of opposition, Shubhendu Adhikari, made a statement. He was asked about Sanjay Roy, the prime accused in the case of Arjikar rape and murder, and he has been arrested by Kolkata police, then went to CBI custody, and as he was brought to Shialda court on Monday for the framing of charges after the charge sheet was filed by the CBI on 7th of October, while being taken out, Sanjay Roy made some statement suggesting that he is innocent, claiming that he is innocent, claiming that he is being framed. Now, while Shubhendu Adhikari was asked that question, as what would be your reaction on this, Shubhendu Adhikari said that I don't wish to react on what Sanjay Roy has said, but now that he has said so, it is imperative that that too is investigated, and it would be best in the interest of justice that the case is being transferred out of West Bengal. Herein what Shubhendu Adhikari had said on Monday.
অভয়ার পক্ষের আইনজীবী, সরকার পক্ষের আইনজীবী মানে কেন্দ্রীয় সরকারের ইউনিয়ন, সিবিআইর আইনজীবী, এছাড়াও অনেকগুলি ডক্টর অর্গানাইজেশনকে যারা রিপ্রেজেন্ট করেন, যারা ধর্ষকদের এবং প্রমাণ লোপাটকারীদেরকে গার্ড করতে চাইছেন, তাদের লয়ারদের কথা আমি বলছি না, মিস্টার সিব্বল সহ 21 জনের কথা বলছি না। তাদের বাইরে যারা আছেন তাদের কাছে আমার একটাই আবেদন হবে, যদি পৌঁছাতে পারে আমার কথা, সেটা হলো মামলাটা পশ্চিমবঙ্গের বাইরে নিয়ে যান। পশ্চিমবঙ্গের বাইরে মামলাটা নিয়ে যান, তাহলে সত্য উদ্ঘাটিত হবে, অভয়ার পরিবার শান্তি পাবে, অভয়ার আত্মা বিচার পাবে, শান্তি পাবে। পশ্চিমবাংলার জনগণ তো গোটা ভারতবর্ষের জনগণ যারা আই ওয়ান্ট জাস্টিস, উই ওয়ান্ট জাস্টিসের পক্ষে লড়ে যাচ্ছেন, বলে যাচ্ছেন, তারা প্রত্যেকেই খুশি হবেন। এবং আমি অনুরোধ করব যে সুপ্রিম কোর্ট বিষয়টি বিবেচনা করে পশ্চিমবঙ্গের বাইরে নিয়ে যান। এখানে বিচার হতে পারে না। যে প্রশ্নচিহ্ন আজকে অ্যাকিউজ তুলে দিল, এর সমাধান তখনই হতে পারে যদি রাজ্যের বাইরে নিয়ে গিয়ে প্রপারলি ইনভেস্টিগেশন এবং আজকের ঘটনার পরে আবার হেফাজতে নিয়ে তার কাছ থেকে প্রপারলি ইন্টারোগেশন করে সুপ্রিম কোর্টে রিপোর্ট জমা করিয়ে সুপ্রিম কোর্টের মনিটরিংয়ে সিবিআইকে ডাইরেকশন দিয়ে প্রপারলি কিছু করেন।
So you heard leader of opposition, the BJP leader of opposition, Shubhendu Adhikari, what she has said on Monday, clearly suggesting that it would be in the best interest of justice that the matter is being transferred outside West Bengal. Now, question number one, who is investigating the case? The answer is CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation. The very word central makes it very, very clear that it is not under the state government. CBI, central agency, and there are officers who are investigating the matter, again belonging CBI, and they have mostly been transferred or sent from New Delhi. Why was CBI given this case? Because Calcutta High Court decided on 13th of August to give this matter to CBI, and because BJP, CPM, the junior doctors, the family of the victim, they all said for the interest of investigation and interest of justice, it would be best to give this matter to CBI, and court had given this case to CBI. There was no objection from the side of the state government. Now CBI has probed the matter. CBI probed the matter, filed a charge sheet on 7th of October. What did CBI say in the charge sheet? That Sanjay Rai, the accused who was arrested by Kolkata police on 10th of August, later on handed over to CBI, is the sole accused as far as commissioning of the crime, which is rape and murder, is concerned. However, CBI's investigation is on as whether there had been anyone else who has facilitated Sanjay Roy. Because mind it, apart from Sanjay Roy, Shondeep Ghosh, former principal of Arjikor Medical College and Hospital, and former OC of Tala Police Station, the Kolkata Police Officer, Abhijit Mondal, have also been shown arrested in the case pertaining to rape and murder of the 31-year-old PGT medical student of Arjikor Medical College and Hospital. Now, because CBI has arrested all these two people, but then they were not named in the first charge sheet. Even I said they are very much in the process of filing a supplementary charge sheet in the course of the investigation. Yet, many questions were raised and volleyed before the central agency. For example, ar kotodin shomoy chai CBI jawab dao. Like, how much more time do you need, CBI? You need to be answerable, you need to be held accountable. So on its part, while not having issued any statement before the media or to people, but before Supreme Court, in fact, in the last hearing, had categorically stated that why talk about this, that the principal focus is the rape and murder, so we need to focus on that, and that's exactly what Solicitor General Tushar Mehta had said in the last hearing. And today, hold on, I will take you through the entire quote-unquote of every lawyer and what the Chief Justice of India had also said. Today, the submission was, let the matter be transferred out of West Bengal. As if in West Bengal, whoever comes to Bengal, even if they are officers of central agency like CBI being sent from New Delhi, they come to West Bengal and they will not be able to operate. I mean, how is that even a logical assessment to even make? Nonetheless, that submission was done, and the Supreme Court has turned it down. Now, before it down, let's decode what transpired. Number one, if you go through the Supreme Court, papers, you would see there are about 50 lawyers who are representing. Now, you can figure out who is representing. You can't really figure out who is representing whom from that list. However, having known the case, sometime we know as a matter of fact, for example, Rakesh Dwivedi is representing the state of West Bengal. For example, Kapil Sibal is representing Kolkata Police. For example, Tushar Mehta, Solicitor General, represents CBI and the Union Government. For example, you have other lawyers like Senior Advocate Indira Jaisingh representing junior doctors. You also have Geeta Luthra, a senior advocate representing the parents of the victim. So you know all these lawyers. But that apart, there are many other lawyers who at time to time have made submissions before the Chief Justice of India. At times, Chief Justice of India has also questioned as what is your locus standi, who are you representing? Not even getting in there. But let's go with what really happened in the court today. Advocate Mr Ulji first raised this matter that CBI hasn't produced the charge sheet before the court till date, that is the Supreme Court till date. 90 days have passed and what they have done is nothing. They have just endorsed what the Kolkata police have said or what they have done. To which Geeta Luthra, senior advocate representing the victim's parents, immediately interjected and said that the trial is about to commence. There is a charge sheet that has been filed. The district judge has ample powers under BNSS 2023. What did Chief Justice of India say then? Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud clearly said that charge sheet has been filed, the charges have been framed, the trial judge has sufficient powers to pass directions if further investigation is necessary. We don't want to run that task ourselves. When he goes through the evidences, he has ample powers to pass directions. We cannot, hear it carefully, we cannot cast doubts on our judiciary that will dislocate the trial. What did Chief Justice of India exactly hint? That we will not intervene in the trial process. The impressions all along, and we will pause there with this graphics, the impression all along which has been created that justice will be done, justice will be done. We all want justice. But to obfuscate the matter and create an impression like Supreme Court is hearing the matter and thus the role of the Supreme Court to give justice, well, it is the role of everyone from Supreme Court to the trial court to the investigating agency to all of us. Even we, by not peddling lies and rumors, will only be helping in the course of the investigation, right? So we all have our own respective stakes as far as seeking justice is concerned. To give this impression that Supreme Court is in custody of this case, which means the trial would happen in Supreme Court, that's wrong. We have a lot of impressions about Bollywood movies and several other movies where you see somebody is being made to stand in the witness box, and the lawyers would cross questioning would happen. Generally, any of that doesn't really happen in Supreme Court. Very seldom it happens in High Court. But trial per se means the trial, cross questioning, all of that would happen in a trial court, which is a lower court, and every court has its own due respect, and that's essentially what the Chief Justice of India has highlighted, that look, the trial has to happen at the trial court. We are not interfering into the trial process. We are not wresting that power from the district judge, district court, because that would be like meddling up with the system and the procedure. Tomorrow something happens to you, you will be going to the police first. You are not happy with the police, then you would go to the investigating agency, some central investigating agency. You would be knocking the doors of a lower court. If the lower court judgment is not to your section, you would then be moving to High Court. If you are not happy with High Court, be it single bench or division bench, you would then be moving to the Supreme Court, and one bench after the other in Supreme Court. But you cannot straight away go to Supreme Court and shut all your other avenues, right? Similarly, every level has its own importance. Step has its own importance. So the trial court too has its own importance, and that's exactly what the Supreme Court has highlighted today, that we will not be meddling up with the trial process at this juncture. The trial would happen at the trial court. It is not like we are in charge of the trial, and that is important to understand, because the image has been created that Supreme Court would give justice, while the interpretation of justice has changed from person to person, from organization to organization as per their own convenience. But the fact of the matter remains, when CBI would arrest somebody pertaining to that case, the production of that person would happen in the lower court, that year. Similarly, when the CBI would be seeking the person's custody, would be moving to that same lower court. When CBI wants the person to go to judicial custody, again CBI would be going to the same lower court. When CBI files a charge sheet, again it would be going to the same lower court, and eventually the trial is also expected to begin at the same trial court. In this case of Arjikar Medical College and Hospital, the court is the Additional Chief Judicial Magistrate Court, the Shialda Court in Kolkata. Period. And that's exactly what Supreme Court had said. Let's move on. After CJI said this, Mahesh Jetmalani, senior advocate, said the trial is about to commence. Trial may be shifted out of West Bengal, keeping in mind the disturbing features in the case. There are precedents. And the Chief Justice of India immediately stopped him and said, yes, I know there are precedents. We have shifted matters out of Manipur, but here we are not doing that. The trial continue before the district court, otherwise we will be casting doubts on the legitimacy of our own legal system. It is like the big brother casting doubts on the own family, the younger brother. And that's what essentially the Chief Justice of India has said. Here comes the most important point. Geeta Luthra, senior advocate representing the victims' parents, also took serious objection to this verbal submission of transferring the matter outside West Bengal. Geeta Luthra, senior advocate representing the victims' parents, one of the most important stakeholders in this case, for who justice matters the most, much more than you and me. Geeta Luthra, senior advocate representing the victims' parents, says it's a matter of concern. Strangers who are not connected with the matter, somebody wants to stall the matter, somebody wants the trial be shifted out. An advocate is only representing a respondent. She is the counsel of the victim's parents. It is very much understandable. This is what is the line of position that victims' parents have also adopted. They don't want stalling of the trial, and that's exactly what Geeta Luthra, senior advocate representing the victims' parents, made it amply clear. Then comes Mr Ulji again. Advocate says it is self-contradictory. On one hand, CBI is saying there is a sole accused. Here comes another senior advocate, Menka Guruswamy, representing the state of West Bengal, senior advocate, immediately interjected and questioned who does Mr Ulji represent? What is his locus standi? However, the Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, allowed everyone to speak. Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, stopped him and said, we are not doing that. That is, shifting of trial is not happening. It seems there are factions that don't want the trial to proceed. Let the trial start and the judge take charge. I think this is the most important statement that has come from the Chief Justice of India. Are there really factions who do not want the trial to happen for their own vested interest? Are there really factions? At times somebody is questioning CBI, casting aspersions on the investigations of CBI. Some junior doctor is... we always knew it cannot be the handiwork of one person, Sanjay Roy. Arey bhai, if you knew all along that it is the handiwork of more than one person, that is Sanjay Roy, which means you are admitting you know the other names. Go give these names to CBI. And very importantly, Sanjay Roy made such tall claims while being taken out from the court. Ami kichchu korini, amake phashano hoyeche. He was literally screaming his lungs out that I am innocent, I have been framed, I am being framed by my department, the government is trying to frame me. Why hasn't CBI paid any heed to what he has said? It's been over 72 hours. Today is the 4th day. He said that on Monday. So it's been over 4 days that he has said so, and CBI has not even cared to move to court seeking his custody again or go to the jail and question him on the lines of these allegations. Why? Because this man, Sanjay Roy, had been in CBI custody and CBI has done its own investigation. And very important thing, Geeta Luthra, senior advocate representing the victims' parents, also submitted, and very important. As order has been passed for recording of prosecution evidence on day-to-day basis starting from Monday, November, why is there interest of strangers to stop that? We all want justice, we all want truth to come out, and that can only happen through a process. This is not some Taliban rule. This is not a Taliban rule. This is our own democracy, our own constitution, and we have our own. Kangaroo courts don't work here. So the system is limiting us to go through a discipline, and the discipline is you have to go through the trial court, and the trial court, the judge would be using his or her own discretion to decide whether Sanjay is guilty or not. He or she would be using the jurisprudence then. And a judge is regarded as a judge because he or she is expected to have that wisdom and knowledge, right? So we have to wait till we get there. We can only cross the bridge once we get on. We are not even there on the bridge. Probably we'll get on the bridge on 11th of November and onwards. So without crossing the bridge, we can't really say where we have landed ourselves from this side to that side. We have to first get onto the bridge. That's the whole point. And in fact, Geeta Luthra, senior advocate representing the victims' parents, said that, there are provisions in BNSS 2023 that if the judge decides there has to be more investigation done, the judge would order that. And if charges have to be amended, that would also happen. Why are people forced to close with this idea? CBI is doing nothing and towing the line of Kolkata police, as if CBI and Kolkata police are best of friends. And if they are best of friends, then why would CBI arrest a Kolkata police officer? And if they can arrest one Kolkata police officer, they can also arrest other people if they are actually guilty or if they have done anything wrong. Why do it open up before CBI that he has been pressurized by his own department? CBI is only doing its own investigation following the black and white procedure. And their intelligence is way more than you and me. Tomorrow they find something else, they would be highlighting that in the charge sheet. And that's how it will be going. If they were expecting certain names to be highlighted in the charge sheet because of whatever vested interest, and if tomorrow they see those names on the charge sheet, believe you me, the same people who are questioning the integrity of CBI today or trying to cast aspersions on CBI today will start celebrating the central agency then. And it's a humble request. For the sake of justice, we cannot be speeding up and kill our ambition for justice with this wrong speed. The whole objective was to draw the excerpts out for people to comprehend which way we are going. This is what happened in Supreme Court. Today was the last time Chief Justice of India, the current Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, had heard the matter, but he made it very clear. Supreme Court is not saying goodbye to this case. The next Chief Justice of India would be hearing this case along with the two other judges, and the matter would be there before the Chief Justice of Bench before Supreme Court. And Supreme Court is called Supreme for reasons known to all of us. For tonight, I say good night, thank you, and take care.